All right, folks, today is the day that I share with the world what my new YouTube camera is. And it's right here. Yes, it's a phone. I've been recording all my videos on phones. Specifically, the Nexus 5X is what I started out with. Then I moved to the original Pixel. Then I have used this phone, my new phone, my Motorola One Action, for some videos. And that's where I hit a brick wall because I like the phone. I mean, look how big it is. It has this full screen display and stuff, but the camera's bad. It just is. I mean, it's good enough to take images and stuff, but when you're used to coming from a Pixel and you go to that other one, it stinks. So I went on a search for cameras. If you watch my videos, then you'll see I bought a DJI Osmo Action. I thought that'd be the great round, all around camera. I could put it in the water and stuff. You can hook it onto me, doing action stuff. But there were some videos that I shot on that. I'm gonna probably do a video about that in particular, as far as it not being an all-around camera in the future. But I wish I could go back and re-record those because the quality is so poor. It's frustrating. Stuff behind me would be very crisp. Me, not so much. Anything that I was trying to show, like, I was reading some books to kids on my kids' channel, and it was frustrating. They can't see the words and pictures and stuff. But going forward, I went back and my wife let me use her original Pixel, but I couldn't, I can't take this with me. The reason why is that the battery is messed up. It'll go from 100 to like turning off randomly. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. So I needed something new, and I'm racking my brain. And it just came to me, look for, a good phone. And I had purchased a refurbished laptop from my daughter from a different company than this. And the first one we got wasn't good. It has some technical issues. Sent it back, and they sent us it looked brand new, and it works great. It's going to last her years as long as she doesn't do something dumb. And I went ahead and bought this through Back Market for like $106. It varies. You can search for these different phones. And the first one that I got was like 80, and then this one was 106. Way better. I tested the entire thing using this Sensors app. It shows everything on here that you could possibly want to test. Highly recommend it. It works. The battery life is good. The battery health is good, and charges quickly. And it has a large monitor. Here, let's go ahead. I use open camera. That's what I use when I'm doing these type of videos. The reason why is because this is really the only reason why I can lock the exposure. I found this one time is frustrating because like my videos were going basically like this, depending on the light conditions. And I'm like, this isn't going to work. I searched. Open camera is fantastic because it stays put that way. Why doesn't Google have, a fixed brightness or whatever? I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't have a way to lock the exposure. The other thing that it has in here is there are different settings. The video settings on here, I can lock it onto the frame rate. I'm shooting at 30 frames per second, and the equivalent for that, for the bit rate, you put it on 8 megabits per second. I looked it up anyway, so that you don't have variable frame rate, and it's not like foolproof, but much easier for editing what I do. It won't have to convert it to an edit friendly file usually. But large monitor, the DJI Osmo Action had a large monitor at about yay big, the entire back of the camera, which what are they going to do? It's as big as it can be. And one of the selling things was a front-facing camera when you're doing vlogging about like that big. There's kind of no point. If you're using an action camera and you're looking at the lens, you're in the frame. So what's the point? Especially when it's that small. If you want looking for an action camera, don't worry about that front-facing thing, in my opinion. So anyway, yeah, it has. I use the open camera for that. For outdoor stuff, I have used and will continue to use the regular Google camera app. If I'm out in the dark, it has night sight. Works fantastic. It has zoom. Here we go. It has zoom. And that's an immediate 2x zoom, but you can go all the way up to apparently 7x zoom on here. The Osmo had 0x zoom because it was an action camera. Portrait mode, camera, video. You can do slow motion, time lapse. It has image stabilization, which is fantastic. It has photosphere, so you can make these pictures that go all over. You have panorama. You can do all of these things, and it's a great camera. This is my all-around camera. This is what I can take in the beach bag and say, hey family, even though I'm a little bit nervous about this, hey, you want to take some pictures? Go take some pictures with the camera. Like I said, I bought a Spigen case. Great cases. And I only use Skinomi Tech Skin. Like I have, the only time I deviated from that was on my original Pixel. And look at the results. I really thought this stuff would be great. It bubbles, and you can only have it so close. Look how far you have to have it from the edge. Whereas this is going all the way to, you can barely see it, to the edge where the case starts. The reason being is that they round the edges. They're called chamfered edges on here. They round them, I guess, so that maybe your fingers can slip better around it. But you're going to put a case on anyhow, at least you should. So the glass is not good for me. I only use the Tech Skin. So altogether, I don't know, like probably less than $120 into this purchase. I modified this case today. The problem with phones, obviously, is they're easy to drop, but cameras oftentimes have this protective little lanyard, which I got off a camera that's old. So I used a Dremel and I drilled holes in there just very delicately and was able to slip this through. Now in case, oh, there you go. So this is all I need. I may rig something up to use as like an action camera, but I don't do that much action stuff. I had to be honest with myself. I'm not snorkeling in the ocean all the time. I never have taken a camera in the pool. I've been doing more rollerblading, so that's what I was thinking. Maybe I could do some videos and like rig up some kind of interesting handle thing, make it out of wood or something. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might do it. It'd be kind of fun, but I don't really need to. But if I do, like I said, I'm going to make it pretty easy. These are the only tools that I need right now. And I have, a stand to use here. If I really wanted to, I could bring a stand out in the outdoors. But this is all that I need. If I'm doing a close-up video, it's going to automatically focus. The other one, because it's an action camera, is fixed focus. Can't zoom, can't do the things that I need out of a camera. And I felt really dumb carrying this thing around that could only fit in this case, guys. I mean, I had to, that was it. It like shoved in there and it filled the whole thing. Whereas with this one, if I need to carry it around, it goes right in here. Okay. Done. It's also small enough to just throw in a bag, like I said. but this clips right on the turtleback holster, which I have made a video about. Anyway, this is my YouTube camera. Don't let a camera stand in your way of making YouTube videos. That's foolishness. Alright, can you see me? You should be able to see everything crisp. Do you need, I mean, you could probably see my individual pores and these wrinkle lines. At least I can see it on the monitor because it's big. What I see is what I get, and I like that. Okay? If I'm seeing it on here, I don't know how it's going to turn out. Right? But don't let that stand in your way. Use what you have. Like I said, this cost me probably, you know, I don't remember how much the case was. The Scalomy was like $6 or something. The case, let's just say, whatever. Let's just say it's about $120 with these type of things. Whereas if I was using the DJI Osmo, just look at some of those videos. They're going to say, okay, well, yeah, the microphone stinks. It does. You need to get another external microphone, which then renders it not waterproof. Boink. Duh. And yeah, you're going to need a handle because if you hold it by the camera, that's what your sound is going to be. That's what your audio is going to be. So it's going to stink in the first part, and then, you know, because of naturally, and then you, if you barely, you know, I'm holding this thing like so carefully, and when I turn around, that doesn't happen. Never happened with a phone. Get on board, guys. No reason why you can't be making videos. Anyway, this is already getting long. This is going to be my new camera. I'm looking forward to it. Backing up my pictures, I can do that, no problem, not worrying about it since they changed stuff. I can have memories saved, I can do videos that I want to. It has an hour record time. I'm not sure I mentioned that. I tested that as well. Fully functional, wonderful, I'm thankful, and to top it off, I believe that I won't be buying full price phones, like new phones anymore. If this cost me a little over $100, this is over a $600 phone. So you could say I've got a $600 camera, guys, for a little over $100. Yeah, it's a little bit old, but I don't care. I have airplane mode on, I have do not disturb on, I have battery saver on. It's a camera. And if I wanted to use this as a phone, it would work. Like I said, those are the settings I had the camera. Not really sure why I went there, but yes, it's going to be great. And if I wanted to use it as a phone, it'd be great because it's Android 11 out of the box. This is stuck at Android 10. That makes me a little frustrated, and it's so snappy. It's so snappy. Processors is great. Anyway, yes, I'm not only telling you this to show you what I did, I'm showing you this because this is what you can do too. You don't need some $1,000 camera. You don't. Okay, you don't. And if you just wanted this for your studio camera, boom, right there. You could leave it here. It's not going to cost you a lot of money. You're not going to take forever to figure it out. It's right there. It's easy. Use phones. You understand how they work. Anyway, this is getting quite long. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you watch to the end so you hear all of the wonderful things about my new camera. And I look forward to seeing you in another video, which may be recorded with my new camera. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.